So in the second video I'm going to have a look at this problem, but it's going to be turned around so the other way to what we've done before. So for a probability distribution with a mean of 1000 and a standard deviation of 45, find K1 and K2 such that the probability of x being between K1 and K2 is equal to 0.9. We're just going to assume in this case that it's distributed symmetrically about the mean, okay? And also find t such that the probability of x being greater than or equal to t is equal to 0.8. So really it's two problems built into one here, and what I've done to begin with is I've actually sketched the graph of this. So I've got the normal distribution curve, I've put values of K1 and K2, and I've shown that the area is equal to 0.9. Now, I knew that K1 and K2 had to be roughly in these places because I know that 95% of scores fall within 2 standard deviations of the mean. So I knew that if I'm looking at 90%, 0.9, then it's just going to be a little bit less than 2 standard deviations either side of the mean. So what I'm going to do for a question like this is I'm going to go straight to the calculator. I'm going to go to interactive distribution. Now this time it's an inverse normal distribution because I know the probability already and I'm looking for the scores. So I'm going to go to inverse and inverse normal CDF. The tail setting, there are 3 different options. So we have left, center, and right. This is really talking about which area of the graph is shaded, whether the tail or whether the shaded area runs off to the left, whether the shaded area is centered, or whether the shaded area runs off to the right. So in this case, I'm going to choose center with a probability of 0.9, a standard deviation of 45, and an average of 1000. And I get 925.98. So, whoa, that's actually kind of nice. So, 925.98, we'll just say 926 for the purposes of this, okay? So, that's this value here, it's the lower value, but it doesn't give us the upper value. So we have to use a little bit of symmetry here and go, okay, so, well, if that's 926, then we've really, lost 74 from the mean, which was 1000. So this here is 74 below the mean, which means that this here is going to be 74 above the mean. And so I could say that K1 is equal to 900 and, what was it again, 926. And K2 is equal to 1074. And, we could confirm this using the calculator fairly easily. Now, we're also asked to find t such that the probability of x being greater than or equal to t is 0.8. Well, if I were to shade in this right-hand side of the bell curve, then that would be 0.5. So I know that it has to be over here somewhere, a little bit extra, and I know that 34% is within 1 standard deviation just on one side of it, so I'm going to go just about here somewhere. This is a rough guess, so that can be t. And this time we're looking for all this area going off that way. So I'm going to do the same thing, go to the calculator, interactive distribution, inverse normal CDF. This time the tail is running off to the right, so that shaded area we will make right with a probability of 0.8, a standard deviation of 45, and a mean of 1000. And we get 962. So again, looks about right based on what I've done here. So I'll also say that t, oops, let's just not worry about that, t equals 962. I'm just going to the nearest whole number here, but you might need to give a certain number of decimal places or something like that, but it'll be fine. Anyway, that's all there is for this particular chapter, so I'll leave it there and see you next time.